Imagine being told that you would become the next Pelé. Imagine carrying the hopes of over 200 million people before you were even old enough to drive. Imagine having the talent to become the greatest player in the world, but never getting the chance to prove it. This is not just the story of Neymar Jr. This is the story of football's greatest what if. A player blessed with extraordinary talent. A player haunted by extraordinary misfortune. The prince who was supposed to become king. And now, with one final World Cup on the horizon, the ending of his story is yet to be written. Could this finally be Neymar's moment? Or is football's cruelest chapter still waiting to be completed? Long before the tattoos, before the fame, before the headlines, there was simply a skinny kid from Brazil with a football at his feet. His name was Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. And from the moment he touched the ball, people knew he was different. Not just good, different. The kind of talent that appears once in a generation. At Santos, defenders looked helpless. Fans packed stadiums just to watch him perform tricks they had never seen before. He wasn't playing football. He was entertaining. By the age of 19, Brazil had already found its next superstar. The comparisons started immediately. Pelé, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, and now, Neymar. The pressure would have crushed most players, but Neymar embraced it. Because for the first time since the glory days of Ronaldinho, Brazil had someone who made football feel beautiful again. In 2013, Europe came calling. Every giant wanted him, but only one club won the race: Barcelona. A club built on magic, a club built for Neymar. What happened next would create one of football's greatest attacking trios. Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Neymar. Three names, one nightmare for defenders. Together, they conquered Europe. Together, they won everything. And Neymar seemed destined to inherit football's throne. Many believed it was only a matter of time before he won the Ballon d'Or. Many believed he would eventually become the best player in the world. Then came a decision that changed everything. A decision that still divides football fans today.
Now the headline that has dominated the football world, it's finally a reality. The record-breaking transfer of Brazilian superstar Neymar from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain was completed last night after the French giants paid the full amount of $263 million to trigger a 25-year-old's release clause, making him the most expensive player in the history of the game.
In 2017, Neymar shocked the football world. He left Barcelona, he left Messi, he left certainty, and joined Paris Saint-Germain in a transfer worth 222 million euros. The biggest transfer in football history. To some, it was courage. To others, it was ego. People said he was running away from Messi. People said he wanted fame. People said he wanted to be the star. For the first time in his career, the world stopped cheering and started judging. What nobody knew at the time was that Neymar had just stepped into the most difficult period of his life.
Here's the chance for Koeman!
Every great football story has a villain. For Neymar, it wasn't another player. It wasn't another team. It wasn't criticisms. It was injuries. Again and again, and again. Every time he reached world-class form, his body betrayed him. Many dazzled defenders, an injury followed. When he carried PSG, an injury followed. When he looked ready to dominate football, another setback arrived. Months on the sidelines, endless rehabilitation. Broken momentum, broken dreams. Football fans began asking a heartbreaking question. How great could Neymar have become if injuries had left him alone? Would he have won the Ballon d'Or? Would he have conquered Europe? Would he have become the best player of his generation? Nobody knows. And that uncertainty became part of his legacy. But nothing hurt Neymar more than the World Cup. Because in Brazil, greatness isn't measured by club trophies. It's measured by one thing, the World Cup. In 2014, Brazil hosted the tournament. The nation believed Neymar was carrying an entire country on his shoulders. Then disaster struck. A challenge against Colombia ended his World Cup. His tournament was over. Days later, Brazil suffered one of the darkest nights in football history. The 7-1 defeat against Germany. Many still wonder, would it have been different if Neymar had played? Then came 2018, another opportunity, another disappointment. And then Qatar 2022, perhaps his best chance of all. Against Croatia, Neymar delivered when Brazil needed him most. A brilliant goal, a moment of genius, a step away from the semi-final. Then everything collapsed. Croatia equalized, Brazil lost on penalties. The dream was gone. Once again, as Neymar sat on the pitch in tears, millions of Brazilians felt exactly the same, heartbroken. Then came October 2023, Brazil versus Uruguay. One moment changed everything. Neymar went down. The stadium fell silent. The diagnosis was devastating, an ACL tear. One of the most feared injuries in football. Months became a year became uncertainty. The critics grew louder. They said he was finished. They said his best days were over. They said football had already moved on. For the first time, even Neymar's biggest supporters began to wonder if they were right.
World's most expensive player requires surgery after seriously injuring his knee whilst playing for Brazil. It happened during Brazil's World Cup qualifying match against Uruguay. Neymar left the pitch in tears after falling awkwardly.
He's overrated though, mate. He's never been the best Brazilian, is he? You can pick a Brazil 11, he's not even on the bench.
There's one person you have to get rid of. Until you get rid of him, you're always going to be bling bling and party football. And that's Neymar, because he's the problem, I think, for PSG. He's not a team player. It's impossible for the manager to get a shape of the team when you've got somebody like Neymar playing.
Elite level sort of talent that he's not matching the expectations, that he's not really maximizing what he can be.
But legends rarely leave quietly. While the world questioned him, Neymar kept working, training, recovering, believing. The road back was long, painful, frustrating, but every day brought him one step closer, because there was still something missing. One dream unfinished, one trophy untouched, one story incomplete. The World Cup. Today, Neymar stands at a crossroads. He has won league titles, Champions Leagues, Olympic gold, countless individual awards. He has earned fame, money, recognition, but one thing remains out of reach. the trophy that defines Brazilian immortality. Pelé lifted it, Ronaldo lifted it, Ronaldinho lifted it. Can Neymar finally join them? Can the boy from Santos complete the journey started all those years ago? Can football's greatest what if finally become football's greatest comeback? Or will history remember Neymar as the most talented player who never fulfilled his destiny? The answer may arrive at one final World Cup, one final tournament, one final chance, one final dance, and somewhere deep inside, the little boy who dreamed with football still believes that his story isn't over yet, that the ending can still change, that the World Cup can still come home, to Brazil, to Neymar, to destiny. What do you think? Will Neymar finally lift the World Cup, or has his moment already passed? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more football documentaries.